All right, folks, Roland Martin here. We are in Los Angeles at the Egyptian Theater, where Netflix has their red carpet, their premiere of the movie starring Regina King called Shirley. It's based upon the life of Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, of course, a history-making member of Congress. She was, of course, elected to Congress and was the first African-American woman elected to Congress since Reconstruction. Barbara Jordan, of course, was the first black woman from the South who was elected to Congress, and so that's why we are here. So we're going to be chatting with the folks who are up and down the line here, who started the movie. Michael, how you doing? Step on over. How you doing? You all good? Likewise. This, of course, that was a documentary done on Shirley Chisholm a few years ago. But to get the movie treatment is a whole different thing. So just share your thoughts about being in this history-making movie.
Just feel really fortunate. I feel honored to be, asked to share this story, to tell this story, this very important story of this African-American woman. Caribbean African,
yeah, absolutely
woman, and how she just opened doors for people of color, for women, and how she fought that fight to the end. So important.
For folks who don't know, talk about your flag.
Yes, well, I am from Trinidad and Tobago. It's in the Caribbean. It's not far from Barbados, where Shirley spent a lot of her formative years, and yeah, I was handpicked by Regina and John to play Conrad. Who himself was from the Caribbean. He was Jamaican.
Well, one of the things a lot of people don't understand, I mean, you had a significant black immigrant population there in New York. You could talk about Shirley Chisholm. You could talk about Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture. You could talk about Colin Powell, Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier. The list goes on, who came here, but who also had to, learn about the African-American experience, but then also realize that it was still similar to what they had to deal with colonialism.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, there's a Calypsonian from Trinidad said, we all made the same trip on the same ship. Different. We had, of course, different experiences.
Some folks just got dropped off a little bit earlier.
Exactly. And some went to bigger spaces, and as opposed to the Caribbean, just small spaces. But we've all had that narrative these past few hundred years, and just celebrating the similarities as opposed to the differences.
How much did you know about her prior to doing this movie?
I did not know about Shirley Chisholm.
So did you go on this sort of research?
Yeah. I had to do research, and actually some members of my family remembered her as this woman who ran for the presidency in '72. There wouldn't be a Barack Obama, there wouldn't be a Hillary Rodham Clinton, there wouldn't be Kamala Harris without Shirley Chisholm. So she was a trailblazer. She was, an amazing trailblazer, and just honored to, be a part of the story.
All right, sounds great. I appreciate it. All right, thanks a bunch. All right, take care. All right, then. Again, folks, so one of the things that Michael talked about was Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm running for president in 1972. But here's one of the interesting things that people don't realize. So there was the Black Political Convention, the Black National Political Convention in Gary, Indiana, in 1972. And you got to remember, this is 4 years after Dr. King was assassinated, and there were a number of people, a number of men at that political convention who would not support Shirley Chisholm running for president. A lot of African American men, and so here you had this national political convention. And at that convention, they were talking about drafting others to run, and it was Shirley Chisholm who actually ran. And so not only did she have to deal with the reality of racism, also had to deal with the reality of sexism, not just from white men, but also from black men as well. And so that's a part of her story. When you talk to, and on the list, of course, Congresswoman Barbara Lee's supposed to be here. When you talk to others as well, the thing is, those women during that period, they understood that. So whether you're talking about Congresswoman Shirley, Maxine Waters, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, you're talking about many of them, that's what you actually have to deal with. And so in a second, we're going to chat with Niecy Nash, and of course, who just arrived here as well. So look forward to chatting with her as well. This is again, this is a really important movie. Like I say, I've read about Shirley Chisholm for years. I've talked to her on many. Not talked to. In fact, I tried to interview Shirley Chisholm. When Obama was running for president, I'd reached out to the office. At the time, she was retired in Florida. She wasn't doing any interviews, and so I really hate that I didn't get a chance to actually interview Shirley Chisholm. Did get a chance to interview Barbara Jordan once when Thurgood Marshall died. And so when you have an opportunity to encounter those history makers, it's always great to do so. So I never take it lightly when we sort of get to cross those paths with those trailblazers. And so that was always something that I think was important for me. So just letting y'all know. So, all right, folks. So we're going to be in a second again chatting here with Niecy Nash right here. And so Niecy is here with her spouse, Jessica Betts. And some of y'all may not realize this. When I ran a Chicago Defender, I created a magazine called All That, and I actually put the first issue, I put Jessica on the cover. And so we're going to chat with her in a second. And so look forward to that. So we're going to grab her in a second. What's happening? What's going on? I'm just chilling.
How you doing, kid?
I can't come out here regular.
Oh, listen. Last time I saw you online, baby, you was letting them have it. You was doing all.
That's how us alphas roll. We gotta show him who's king.
I saw you cutting up.
Let's talk about Shirley. First of all, Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm was an amazing woman, and they've already put, of course, the trailer out, and Regina just embodied her in every way.
I cannot wait to see this performance. I love Regina so much, and we definitely wanted to come out and support her tonight. I was a part of another project where Uzo played her, and she's just such a prolific character in our history. Regina, Shirley, where else would we be on a Tuesday night except for right here?
Well, and one of the things before you came over, I was telling people that not only did she have to deal with, of course, racism being the first black woman elected to Congress since Reconstruction, she also had to deal with sexism even from black men, because when she decided to run for president, they had a meeting in Gary, Indiana, the Black Political Convention, and the black men didn't want her to run. They were trying to draft a brother to run. And so she was taking arrows from all sides.
Well, and a lot of women still are in that situation today. You know what I mean? But we look at people like her as a guiding light in the space. To say if she can, I can. So we pull up and we push through, and we don't look like what we're going through.
Jessica, any thoughts on Shirley Chisholm?
I'm just happy to be here and happy to support these black, beautiful women. That's right.
All right, cool. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing the movie as well. So good seeing you. All right, take care. How you doing? Come on up. How you doing? Roland Martin, how you doing? All good. Prior to this, what did you know about Shirley Chisholm? I said prior to this, what did you know about Shirley Chisholm? And after learning about her, what do you think of her?
I knew who she was. I knew that she was a congresswoman. I knew she ran for president. I didn't know how much opposition she faced. And I learned how much she persevered and how much she would not give up.
And again, a lot of people, when you think about that time, one year when she was for president, 4 years after King's assassinated, you still have the women's movement, you have all that's going on. So it was a whole lot that was happening. And so she was battling multiple forces, white and black.
It's she went ahead and did it because somebody needed to do it. She wasn't waiting for somebody to support. And I think that was the most important thing. But also, she was incredibly capable. I believe that had she been allowed to debate, she would have garnered more support. So I think that'll be the thing that people will see, is that she was that close to getting a little bit further.
Last question. Obviously, there was a documentary that was done on her a few years ago that I saw. But the thing here is that a whole new generation gets to learn about her. What do you hope they come away with?
Ooh, how much power you have and what you can do with it. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks so much. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, folks are heading their way in. So, Lisa Vidal's right here, of course. So we're going to chat with her when she gets done with the photos. Last time I saw you were on the dance floor with the George Lopez golf tournament. What's happening?
That's right. I'm good. How are you?
All good. All good. So you came out here on this Tuesday night. Why?
Regina King, my girl, my sister. I'm here to support her. And I can't wait to see this amazing movie. I know her performance is just going to be incredible. So I'm here to support my peeps.
I was having drinks the other day with someone, and they were like, wait a minute, I don't really think she could play. I don't think she even looks like Shirley Chisholm. I'm going, are you out of your mind? I'm like, did you actually see? She had no idea what the heck she's talking about. And I'm like, no, she bodied this.
Yes, she really did. She really did. And I mean, I saw a little bit of it, and I spoke to her while she was shooting it, and it was just like, she's like just this different person, you know? I mean, that's Regina, though. Like, she really kind of embodies the whole character. So it's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. And also, I think what is great is that, one, she got to take off. She didn't have to direct this one, so she just had to star in it. But she's been doing an amazing job, again, in front of the camera, but really behind the camera as well.
Yeah, she's amazing. Her and her sister Raina, too, they're producing. They're kicking booty. Like, I mean, she's just so incredible. She's, like, always impressive to me, just everything about her and her exquisite sense of who she is and her talent. She's just the perfect combination of just stellar Hollywood star.
Well, look, I'll be back next month for Georgia's tournament, so maybe we'll see you on the dance floor again.
Oh, we're going to dance. I love you. You look great, by the way.
I appreciate it. Always good to see you. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right, thank you. How you doing?
Good, my dear. How you doing?
Roland Martin.
Wow, Michelle Hurd.
Michelle, good to see you as well. I'm just, I had to come out. Couldn't be regular.
Why are we going to be regular? Why are we going to be regular? We're not regular.
No, can't do it. Let's talk about not just the movie, but the woman herself, Shirley Chisholm.
We're here because of her, right? I mean, she's been an amazing force in all of the civil rights, and I feel like I walk on the shoulders of, I was going to say backs of, shoulders of all the people come before us. I was just doing a little trek thing because of Nichelle Nichols, standing with Stephanie Reddick, with Lance Reddick's widow. There's so many of us, that have made such systemic change in this world. There was somebody who once actually said that the moral compass of this world has been always moved on the backs of women of color. And that is the truth. And I'm honored to support. And also Regina. Come on. Regina.
Well, one of the things when you talk about Chisholm, a lot of people don't realize, one, when she comes into Congress, that's the beginning of the Congressional Black Caucus. Today, it is now the largest group among Democrats, largest caucus in the Democratic House.
Wow, I don't think I knew that. Yeah. It's the largest and still.
In fact, by November, if certain elections go away, they will actually exceed 60 members.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's at 58 or 59 right now.
That is phenomenal. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me that. And still, we need to build more. But we're there. We're in the room, and that's what's the most important thing. That's amazing. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you for that. Thank you.
She was, again. They were that first group.
First group.
Her, Ron Dellums, John Conyers, Charlie Rango. That was the first group.
Yes. Amazing. Amazing. And we're building on that. We continue to build on that.
Indeed. Good seeing you. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. All right, take care. All right, folks. We're seeing others here. Wait a minute. Where did she go? Congresswoman Barbara Lee. She's here. Of course, she knew Shirley Chisholm because she was a staffer. She was a staffer for Congressman Ron Dellums. And he and Shirley Chisholm, Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, were very close. We're very much involved, and so she's got lots of Shirley Chisholm stories, and so I see her over there, and so I can't wait to get an opportunity to chat with her, talk to her about this movie, about Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm getting the big treatment, and so like I said, you got different people who are coming through now. I see Keisha Knight Pulliam, who's over here as well. And so, and like I said, Congresswoman Barbara Lee. You've got, of course, John Ridley. He was a director of this movie. And so we're looking forward to chat with him as well. We got McKissick, who plays in this movie as well. And so many different people. Brian Stokes Mitchell, who plays Stanley Townsend. Yeah, Dorian Missick, he actually plays Congressman Ron Dellums. And so, and of course, a little bit earlier we talked with Christina Jackson. She plays Congresswoman Barbara Lee in this movie. And so, looking forward to chatting with all of them in a second. So, that's what we're looking to do. So, like I said, I really. I think this is going to be a phenomenal movie. If you look at many of the historical figures, that was a Showtime movie that was done on Congressman Adam Clayton Powell, so he got the treatment. When you think about many of our other history makers, there's never been a movie about Barbara Jordan. Ralph Metcalf, who was second to Jesse Owens, 1936 Olympics. Ralph Metcalf was a member of Congress from Chicago, but Oscar DePriest was before him, who came from Chicago as well. Story not being told. I tell you one story that absolutely needs to be told. It's about Robert Smalls from South Carolina, the brother who commandeered a ship, freed his people, later became a state legislator. Congressman Jim Clyburn always talks about him. I mean, his story is absolutely amazing. So there's so many stories that we can talk about of African Americans that oftentimes don't get discussed, that don't get talked about, and so all of those absolutely matter. And so, I just think they all matter. So if we're able to, and again, so Netflix does this, but look, you've got a lot of black-owned outlets as well that are telling these stories, that are speaking to these stories, and so. We want to be able to tell all of them, and so that's what we want to do. Well, this is Janelle James, who is over my shoulder right here. She was on the carpet, and so as I say, there are others who are now coming. This thing is picking up, so we're looking forward to that and chatting with some folks. And so, again, as I'm looking down the carpet, I'm seeing some other people who are coming here, and so. That's what's happening. So I'm going to quickly grab Janelle. Then I'm going to grab Keisha Knight Pulliam. Janelle, how you doing? All right. So there's a Keisha Knight Pulliam here, Brad James here on the carpet. So get a shot of them. They are here as well. So folks are coming through. Brad James plays Huey Newton in this movie. And so look forward to chatting with him
they have more autonomy than they think. Yeah. Thank you so much.
So we're going to so we'll chat with Brad and Keisha after they take this photo here. Then the cameraman Kissick is over here. We'll chat with him next. Right, after I grab Brad. So, yeah. How you doing? All good? All good seeing you?
Yes, always good to see you.
How you doing? You all good? Look me in the eye. What's your name?
Ella.
What? Good to see you. All right, then. Yeah, who'd you bring with you?
Malia.
All right, then. So you brought your own guest. All right, but she don't need a ticket. Let's talk about this film, the character you play. It was an interesting time in America. You're coming out of the civil rights movement. You got the Black Power movement. You got the feminist movement. All those things are happening at one time.
Yeah, 1972 was a special year for a lot of reasons, and when you play someone who's just iconic and that you have so much respect for, you want to make sure you come across and do it in the right way. And just watching Regina do her thing, it made all the difference.
Prior to this, what was your perspective or knowledge about Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm?
It was honestly pretty surface. So that's why it's important for projects like this to get made, because when people who are as talented as John Ridley get his pen out and starts to work on doing something like this, he gets the details that get missed, the nuances that get missed, and all the important things that just these periods in history get glazed over.
Absolutely. What's happening?
Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
So well. So well, yes.
So good.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. You too. You too.
out here representing for Spelman, the Deltas, all that good stuff.
Right.
Just your thoughts, reflections about Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm.
I mean, I'm so happy that this story is being told. It is giving our history to a whole new generation, who would have never known who she was without this movie. And it's reaching households around the world. And that's just so very important, because who is Shirley Chisholm, my love? She's the first black woman to what?
Run for president.
And she's a member of what?
Delta Sigma Theta.
That's right.
Delta's in the house.
Absolutely. So, it's an opportunity to sit down with your family to, discuss the magic, because what she did, even though she didn't win, was she showed that any and everything is possible for little girls even like this today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Looking forward to it. I appreciate it. Good seeing you. All right. Thanks a bunch. All right, then. So, folks are coming through. Brian Stokes Mitchell there. I'm going to chat with my man here next. Of course, Dorian. Look forward to grabbing him. So, Brian? How's it going?
Well.
How
are you doing?
Oh, good. Just out here hanging out,
Good, good. You look good, bro.
Okay, let me know when it's up. All right, we should be recording. All right, here we go. All right, folks, had a slight technical issue there, but it's all good. Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, hugely historical figure. A lot of people had no idea even existed.
I knew she existed because I'm old enough that I was around when she was running. So I knew about her existence. I think most black families at that time knew about her and was cheering her on and hoping, for the best. Although we knew how hard it was. And now I think one of the things that the film gets into is that we appreciate she's doing it for bigger reasons, Yes, maybe she could win, but she also knew that she was breaking the glass ceiling and breaking the ceiling for a lot of people.
Yep. And I'm also reminding people talk about, of course, Obama winning, but if Reverend Jackson doesn't change the rules after 88, Obama doesn't win. Reverend Jackson, his run set up by Shirley Chisholm's run. So there's a continuum in black politics.
Absolutely, and I think that's why she did it, and that's what, especially, I think that's the legacy that she left, and she may not have known it going in, but I think that was one of the things that became very, very important, is the legacy that she left and the way that she opened the door for so many people and inspired so many people as well. And it's all about hard work, and it's all about following your dream, and it's all about getting people behind you, and it's all about doing what your heart says is right. She talked about the Chisholm Trail, which is her way of doing things. Do it the way you think is right. That you need to follow your path is really basically what the Chisholm Trail is about, I think.
All right, looking forward to it. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right, good seeing you. Take care. I'm gonna grab Dorian in a second. How you doing? You all good? Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course I'm gonna talk to her. What's happening? How you doing?
How are you doing?
You look like you and I got the memo in terms of what we're gonna wear.
Come on, this is a significant event now. Come on, we got to honor our sister, our friend Shirley Chisholm. I tell you, long overdue, and I'm so excited.
How do you feel to see finally this story being told? Because when you think about so many of our black politicians, very few. I mean, it was a Showtime movie with Adam Clayton Powell, but there are very, very few of our folks who are in politics.
Well, you know, that's how I got involved in politics, was through Shirley Chisholm's presidential campaign. And now, fast forward to today, there's so many people who don't know her. And today I was thinking about that. How can anyone not know who Shirley Chisholm was, her legacy, who she was as an elected official, first black woman elected to Congress to run for the presidency, first woman to run for president. Also her agenda, as she was a progressive black woman. She was early on the board of the National Association of Reproductive Rights. She was spoke fluent Spanish. You know, she was against the Vietnam War. I mean, this woman was amazing. She was far ahead of her time. And so the timing of this film can't be better time.
Which group? She also was a co-founder of, okay, I keep getting them mixed. There are two groups. There's a Dorothy Height group, National Council of, what's the group?
Council of Black Women, NCNW, National Council. Yeah.
I always keep getting confused. But not only those things that she did. Talk about from your perspective, again, seeing her in action.
Seeing her in action gave myself a lot of confidence that black women can lead. She was empowering. I mean, she cared about people, and she was very smart, but she always cared about people who she was trying to educate, first of all, about the importance of the political process. And she was a very sensitive woman, though, and I've seen her behind closed doors when she cried a lot. She was very vulnerable in many respects. So she demonstrated that tough love and that brilliance. But she was a very compassionate and passionate and sensitive woman.
I reminded somebody earlier, I was telling the audience that that 1972 convention in Gary, a lot of folks don't realize they were not embracing her. They were trying to draft a man to run?
I was there, and let me tell you, I was there trying to get Shirley Chisholm the endorsement, and I'll never forget the difficulties we had. And so, for some reason, my sister and I decided we were going to get some T-shirts, and we wore them on the floor of the convention, and Jet Magazine took a picture of us and said, "Get your S together." And it was a jet, and that was the point. We wanted people to come out of that convention, these delegates, supporting Shirley Chisholm.
So, here you at this Black Political Convention. You were 4 years removed from King's assassination, and here you have these black men who don't want to support their sister, and she had already announced.
Yeah, and it was just, to me, I couldn't quite understand it, because she was the first black woman elected to Congress, so she knew what she was doing. She had more experience, first of all, than anybody at that convention. And secondly, she wanted to unify the black community and unify people in this country who were shut out. And she understood what coalition politics was. And she understood, though, that we had to be black and proud and unbought and unbossed in order to bring people along to have a larger multiracial, multi-generational coalition. And so she knew, though, in the film, I think, kind of shows that interaction, what the deal was. But I was there, boy, let me tell you, I wanted her there. I was fighting. I wore my T-shirt. I said, no, And myself and the delegates from Northern California, those of us who were active, went there determined.
So you, of course, on the staff of Congressman Ron Dellums, and this man here plays Ron Dellums in the movie. So what kind of a lesson that you have to teach him about your former boss?
Well, first, Shirley Chisholm had to teach me a lesson, and she had to tell me, Barbara, this is politics. Barbara, little girl, to the day she died, called me little girl. She said, tell my brother to come home. It's for him. I forgive him. I understand what he went through. And of course, she had to work on me. But finally she did. And I understood what real loyalty and what true love and what real friendship meant, because she showed me, because I was upset. I was upset when she went to see George Wallace. I was mad. I wanted to leave the campaign. But I have to tell you, at that convention, I was really shattered. My dreams, my aspirations, my idealism, but Shirley brought me back, and here she was the one, and she brought me back to where I ended up working for Ron Dellums as an intern. I worked for him for 11 years. He was my best friend. He was close to Shirley, as Maria can tell you. He loved Shirley Chisholm, and this man was a statesman. You knew Ron, and you know how close we were, and I managed his office, and I've seen him through all kinds of crap, and he stood tall. First chair of the Armed Services Committee. He taught me everything about the defense budget. I mean, he was, and you really played this role quite well. You were Ron in that movie.
That's the biggest compliment I can get. I really appreciate that. Really?
The only thing is you're not an alpha man like Ron, but see, Ron's my alpha brother, so you know. Now, look, he was an iconic figure. So how did you prepare for that role?
Well, I mean, like you said, he was an iconic figure, so there was so much footage to kind of reach from. I started with his book, and then from there, I just started looking up stuff and seeing speeches and videos of his, interviews of his, and I mean, it's a wonderful journey, because Ron is an incredible guy, and so to go down that rabbit hole, so to speak, and really like listen to him speak and watch him develop as a speaker over years and years and years, it was like going back to college.
He never used a note when Ron spoke. Ron would, and I remember one time he wanted me to represent him at a conference in Mexico, in I think it was Ciudad de Mexico. And I said, no, I can't do that, Ron. I can't represent you and speak at this major conference. I think Angela Davis was there. He said, why not? And he sat me down in his office. He said, look, you know more than what the audience knows. This is what you have to do. This is just how you think about that. He said, and relax. He said, because you know this. And I got down there, and believe you me, his words came back, and he said I did great. Everyone told him that was a wonderful speech I gave, but I was so nervous. I was representing him, first of all, but then giving this speech, because, you know me, I like my little talking points so I don't ramble and go off script. And he was so brilliant with his oratory skills that I always felt like there was no way I could do that.
I want to get your thoughts again on this now being made a story for all to see across the world.
I am so humbled and honored right now. It's been a long time coming, and just to have her story told the right way, the most poignant way that can be, I'm so blessed. And it couldn't have come at a better time as this, with all the turmoil our country is in right now, and to have young people to come out and see this. That is my biggest plight, to have young people to come out and see it. So I'm just elated. You know, being her goddaughter, it's a whole new thing. I'm just so happy. This is just the beginning.
Final thoughts for you.
Go see the movie. Go see the movie. Get galvanized, get out and vote. Right. Yeah.
Right. I appreciate it.
Let me conclude by saying one thing. I want to just say a couple things about Regina. What an unbelievable, brilliant actress she is. She embodied not only Shirley Chisholm's oratory skills, her accent, her persona, but her spirit. And also, I have to just salute Christina Jackson. For me to meet someone playing me, it was like meeting me meeting me. And she did a wonderful job as Barbara Lee in the movie.
Congresswoman, always good to see you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Great stuff there from Congresswoman. Okay. Well, this is all right. So we get Congresswoman. Well, I still call her Congresswoman Karen Bass. She's now Mayor Karen Bass, and so we're going to grab her in a second here. So got Mayor Karen Bass, Director John Ridley over here as well, and so these two, of course, serve time in Congress, and so they are enjoying that moment. So let's see here. Where did John? Okay, if I can get John. Hey, John. Hey, John. So we're gonna just get a shot there. Of course, those two. So I'm just waiting on John Ridley to come on down. Just.
Thank you. And ladies, right here, please, for me. And then ladies, let's get the two of you right here. Thank you. Hold on. Wonderful.
Huh? Yeah, I'm going to grab. About to grab a mayor first here. I was sitting there, I kept saying Congresswoman Karen Bass. I'm used to saying that, but it's Mayor. How you doing?
I'm doing just great. I'm doing great. Very excited about this movie, and I'm excited to see young Barbara Lee.
So many people. It's amazing how many people know about Barbara Jordan, but don't know that Shirley Chisholm preceded Barbara Jordan in Congress.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, you know, I grew up watching her and was inspired, and you know, when you see people like that as a child, and then you never imagine that I would be serving in the same institution as she did, and a member of the Congressional Black Caucus.
And for folks who don't know, I mean, her name not only still resonates among the CBC, but especially among every female CBC member.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we honor her every single year. And, you know, she laid the groundwork for those of us that came after her. And just very proud and very excited that Netflix would make a movie like this.
All right, then. Always good to see you. I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. All right, folks. So in a second, we'll be chatting with Director John Ridley. Regina King is here. I'm going to try to grab Vivica Fox to get a quick word from her as well. So just waiting for that, and then we're going to head inside to actually watch the film. So we'll do that in just a second here. Vivica? Vivica?
So listen, Chad. Okay, I was trying to catch him at the Image Awards to say, "Hey, oh dang, we on
It's all good. Go ahead.
Okay, but because they had me in the wrong seat, and I was
No,
like,
you right across.
so then they rushed me to go to my seat. So hey,
Good seeing you. It's all good.
Good seeing you too, bro.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, amazing woman, finally gets the big treatment.
Yes, finally. And what other queen of a king to bring it to the silver screen than Regina King?
Absolutely.
And I'm so proud of my girl. I mean, I love nights like tonight. I love the magic of making movies. And I'm just so proud to see a sister. Because, see, I believe our stories are for us and by us, and that's when they're told correctly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. Can't wait to see how John directed this, how she starred in it. And for me, being a political person, a history buff, it's also great to see this told and unfold.
Yes. I mean, this has been a passion of Regina for a long time coming. And the fact that a lot of us didn't know about Shirley Chisholm, I believe that the education of what we're going to be able to teach Generation Next about how important it is to be involved in politics, especially at a time like right now.
Absolutely. All right. Good seeing you.
You too.
I appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks so much, darling. All right. So as you see, folks, you've got Regina King, Regina King's sister. She's producer of the film. Regina King, of course, herself. And then, of course, John Ridley. He is the director of the film.
And then, guys, keep that coming all the way down to the left.
All right. So these are going to be our last two interviews. And so... there you go. All right, folks. Regina? John? So John said he's coming back, so we're gonna grab him. So the screen is going to be starting shortly, folks. Again, I'm trying to think. I think I grabbed everybody I wanted to grab, so we've done that. So again, waiting to chat with Regina, as well as John Ridley. Raina? How you doing?
You.
Well, you know, look at this. She was a special woman, so you got to.
And she was all put together. You are very all put together. You're giving us Shirley vibes.
Absolutely. Well, see, I'm from Houston, so I grew up Barbara Jordan, but they were there together giving them hell.
Exactly. Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
How long have y'all been trying to do this story?
This has been 15 years.
15 years?
15 years. So this has been a long road, well traveled, and worth every minute of it.
Did it go through all different folk?
There were a lot of pivots. But I'm a firm believer in timing, and this was the right time for many, many reasons. And that's being partners with Netflix and having not just bringing Shirley to the country, but to the world on a global platform. Her name should not be forgotten at this point.
Absolutely. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand. The stuff all the stuff one goes through to when they finally actually see it, they don't realize that backstory.
That backstory is something.
That backstory is a movie into itself.
The making of. Is that what's next? The making of
Yeah.
the scenes of Shirley? Yeah, the backstory is something, and it's like a puzzle piece, and putting the puzzle together. And sometimes we have a lot of things going on, so we have to stop at a place, and then okay, we pick it back up again, and then we stop again, we pick it back up again. But it's been one of our first projects that we talked about when we started our production company, and 15 years.
sometimes it doesn't happen. So to see it come to fruition, and this is for Shirley, it's a beautiful thing.
Can't wait to see it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. All right, folks, so we're going to grab Regina in a second. We're going to talk to John Ridley, and then we will be done. So I can't wait. Looks like they're going to take a whole group photo. So I'm... Regina? Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Sorry. What's up, man?
What's going on with you?
I'm chilling. All right, y'all. So you see Kevin Frazier here. He know I don't come out for this stuff often.
That's what I'm saying. What you doing on the red carpet, man?
Well, you know, this is Shirley Chisholm.
I know, and she is something else. I mean, look.
I don't do regular movies.
I know you don't. Prince Nassim out here, look, got on his golden guard.
I can't be regular.
No, I know you're not a regular dude. This is not a regular dude, and it's not a regular night though. And it's important that we celebrate Shirley Chisholm.
Absolutely.
And what you learned? Shirley had a spicy side to her. I didn't know that.
Oh, dude.
I didn't know.
Oh.
Right?
Between her and Barbara Jordan? Come on.
But I'm like, Shirley, okay. And so I love that part that we get.
But she's an island woman.
Yes, and you get the accent, which Regina did a great job. And for Regina to push through and do this movie with all that was going on in her world, it's why she's special. She is a queen. Her last name is King, but she is a queen, and she's one of the best in the business and deserves to be celebrated at every turn.
Absolutely.
How you get in front of me, though?
Come on.
Hey, nobody's ever in front of us. I just want to say, no one is ever in front. So why are you in front of us?
Because you forgot what my name is. You forgot who I am. See, everybody else stuff.
The king of Zabunda gets the first spot.
Let me explain something to Kevin. Everybody else stuff got the company name. My shit got my name. You know. You ain't got no sense. You ain't got no sense. Done. See what happened to let black people on the red carpet. See what y'all see.
Last time I saw you.
ELC.
No, before that.
It was ELC.
No, last time I saw you was in Alabama.
Last time you saw me was
Jackson, Mississippi. Last time I saw you was in Jackson, Mississippi.
No, it was an ELC dinner.
It was ELC.
It was ELC. See, y'all, his memory is faulty. No, it was when you see the ELC dinner. When I showed up with no ticket. See, let me explain something to you. See.
You gotta stay on your spot.
See, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something. When you're Roland Martin, you can show up with no ticket.
Yo, you gotta be on your spot.
I am. It's right there.
Okay, all right.
It's right there.
Scott was like Roland.
No. My placard is right here. I know my spot. I'm right here. I'm right here. It's right there. Boom. It's right there. So you in. I don't give a damn about that. He know. We go back. He know. How you doing? All right, we got a big group photo. All right, let me go ahead and put my phone. I guess we'll snap this. Yeah, we go ahead and get that. What, you want me to airdrop? Have not. You want me to airdrop it to you?
No, we got it. We got it.
All right, folks, we're almost done. Go ahead. Got making a brother bend down.
And then all down the center here.
Yeah, it's a couple of people. It's a couple. We good? We good? We good? Okay. I just need Regina and John. I got everybody else.
Documentaries tonight. We're not doing documentaries.
I don't know who he talking to.
Everybody got to interview Regina.
Oh well, I text her, so.
I understand.
So
everybody got to interview Regina.
See, that's what happens when you're not number one on the carpet. See, you're trying to give directions. See, don't see he gonna get cut. Kevin gonna get cut. Kevin gonna get cut. To the white, well, Bernie Mac said to the white beat. Who? Who, Kevin? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Where did John go? Did really run off again? He been running and running and running and running. I think this is another photo.
So handsome.
Well, you know how to get
so royal.
How to get dressed up for you? How to get dressed up for you?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate dressed up for Shirley.
For you and Shirley.
Okay.
Your sister said this has been a long road.
This has been a journey. It is. It has been. It has been. But here we are.
Why did you want to tell this story?
Because too many people did not know who Shirley Chisholm was, who she is, that she is a part of the fabric of America, that so many things that have improved our life over the past 40 years or so have been because of legislation that she put into effect, that she wrote up with people across the aisle. So it's important.
When did you first learn about it?
You know, it's funny because Raina and I are 4 years apart and we went to different schools. I first learned about her probably in like the 3rd or 4th grade. I was lucky enough to have a teacher during Black History Month that Shirley was one of the people to teach about on one of the Black History Month days. And so we got a little 2-minute snippet of an introduction to Shirley. Then later on in life, our mother exposed us to a bit more. You know, I think I left that lesson with just knowing that she was the first Black woman that was a congresswoman. And then my mother let us know about a little bit more and let me know that you were a year old when she ran for president. And then we started doing our own research in our 20s and we're like, we don't even know a lot about her.
Yep, absolutely. Well, being from Texas, I know we know about Barbara Jordan, so now folks will know about Shirley Chisholm.
Yes, absolutely.
Always good to see you. Absolutely, darling. We'll chat later. Always, baby. Always.
Thank you.
You know it. Regina King, amazing actress, but also director as well and producer. And so I am trying now to get John Ridley. So if we can get, excuse me, John Ridley. I'm waiting on John. I know. He told me, I'm coming.
Very rascally, that John Ridley. Let me see if I can get him over
Yes,
here.
please. Yeah, tell him Roland Martin is waiting on him.
I am on the case.
Okay, cool. All right, then. So, John, of course, we're trying to get the director, John Ridley, Oscar winner, John Ridley. Of course, he did the screenplay